Welcome to Astana Times Now. I'm your host Astana. In this special broadcast, we'll look at the recent Astana Club annual meeting in which participants discussed establishing a Eurasian strategic architecture. Let's get started. Astana Club is an annual platform that gathers prominent thought leaders, politicians and diplomats to discuss issues facing Eurasia based on Chatham House rules of dialogue. This year's event was held under the theme Toward a Greater Eurasia, How to Build a Common Future.
Chatham House rules prevents participants from revealing who made particular statements. The privacy offered by the format is thought to increase the openness of dialogue.
Well, the Astana Club is one of those new initiatives around the world, very prominent one, that seeks to bring together global leaders with policy thinkers to have really honest, freewheeling discussions about where the world is headed. I think that what's really happening is with all these new trade routes, railways, pipelines, Kazakhstan is connected to the outside world more than ever before in its history.
Experts noted increasing geopolitical confrontations, rising terrorism, and extremism activities impact the Eurasian region. Cooperation and regional projects, including the Belt and Road Initiative, they said are key to overcoming these challenges.
The Belt and Road is shrinking Eurasia. It's making Eurasia more cohesive. The supercontinent now has a meaning it didn't have before. So rather than be isolated in Central Asia, Kazakhstan is increasingly part of this connectivity between China and Europe.
Other experts noted the best way for Kazakhstan to protect itself against fluctuations in global markets is to strengthen the foundations of its own economy.
I'm somebody who tends to think that if countries want to navigate what's happening in the global economy, the best thing they can do is to get their economic fundamentals right. So there's a lot that Kazakhstan has done right over the years, but technology is changing very quickly. Investor expectations are changing very quickly, and the structure of the global economy is changing very quickly.
The meeting participants also discussed ways international security issues impact Eurasia. Speakers once again called for leaders to step up efforts to achieve a nuclear weapons-free world. Nuclear arms race. Currently, it is the termination of those agreements that existed in this area, primarily the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. Not only have Americans opposed the treaty in the current form, but also Russians have heavily questioned it. Because indeed, neither China, India, Pakistan, or North Korea are constrained in developing these arms. Participants praised Kazakhstan's multi-vector foreign policy that has allowed it to build good relations with the world's major powers.
And when it became an independent nation, you had a dynamic leader who said, I don't want to just be a friend of Russia. I want to be an equal friend to China, to the U.S. When I was here, my last trip, we focused on the Silk Road. And Kazakhstan's in the middle of the Silk Road. Your ties to Malaysia and all the neighboring countries. And most importantly, your equal friendship and respect coming from China and Russia is very important because you have that same respect from the U.S. So you're probably one of the only major nations in the world that can claim that leadership position.
During the meeting, Kazakh President Nursultan Nazarbayev outlined a number of far-reaching proposals to help tackle modern security challenges. Among other things, he proposed organizing a Eurasia Security Conference and suggested establishing a collective security organization in Asia based on the existing multilateral institutions.
Thank you for watching Astana Times Now. Stay tuned and we will see you next week with the latest in Kazakh news.